suit it up. Oh, we're live? All right, hang on.
We're good.
We are? Did it come up on YouTube?
Well, it's uploading, so we're good. It didn't do that last time.
Oh yeah, we're good. Okay. So we are live. We're gonna do a
live.
quick introduction.
All right.
We got 4 minutes to go. Right now it says the Stars are playing the Jets.
Let's go.
But hopefully that'll change to the GBS Titans and the York Dukes.
Yeah, that's a good point. They've got some issues in the scorers box already. It wouldn't be a JV contest without some issues in the scorers box. Although our Mr. Henry Brown is usually very trustworthy. I just don't see him on the bench, do I?
I think that's him right there.
Oh, that is. Okay, Mr. Smith is here.
And there they go. They got York up on one.
Mr. Smith looks very supervisory at this point.
But he's
hanging him back.
Mr. Smith has, I think, the Stars record for a number of times being thrown out as a scorekeeper. So
an incredible record.
It's, I don't know if that carries through when you go from the Stars to the South Titans, but it's a record that I think he has a lot of pride in that record.
Well, it looks like the scoreboard has been updated, so worry not, fans.
Yeah, we got a couple of refs. They've got almost everything ready to go. So we've got a lot of time for warm-up still. So we're not going to mention what happened in the last game, but GBS is in desperate need of a win in order to stay alive in this series.
Yeah.
And they're at home, and the biggest news is that there's a lot more players on the ice, and they look a lot more, I would say, peppy as compared to last time when a lot of players were sick. We had a number of injuries. I think we're welcoming back tonight Zach Sabev from injury. We're welcoming back Jack Stevens from illness. People from Chasey was sick. He's back. So there's it's good to see them out there. And
definitely. I mean, in any contest, you want to give your best effort with all of your players, and you win, you lose, right? But you want to have that best effort, right? And we could not provide that best effort, I don't think, in the last contest. So we're gonna wash that one and look to tonight's contest to be hopefully an equalizer for GBS. And if not, and they give it their best, it is what it is. So we'll see.
Yeah,
York's probably feeling very confident though after the last.
Why wouldn't you be? I mean, it was a game. It wasn't really a game. That's the sad reality of it. York did a very good job of flooding the zone, keeping a guy on the doorstep, and frankly, we did not pick anybody up on that doorstep, and they scored a number of goals. Turnovers ended up in the back of our net. I should have also mentioned our goalie was sick last game. He's back and healthy. Connor Sitt in net tonight. We'll be without Dean Galanis. He's been out for a little while with an injury. And
sad to hear that. We hope he makes it back. I know there's not a lot of time left, but we'd love to see Dean back out on the ice.
Agreed. And we got in our last minute here before the buzzer will sound. All pucks in the net, except for the ones that shoot 10 feet high over the glass and wrap around.
Yeah.
You don't get to see all of that warm up that we get to because we also have our number one crew here tonight too. So that's another thing. Jason Weiss, our videographer.
Yes. Operating engineer.
I forgot he got promoted. You're right.
We also have Chris Rudd on the scoreboard helping us out, so that always helps.
And on music, although you're only going to hear it in the background, is Russ Galanis. Step it in. And the music is now coming through. We know there's a lot of options of things to watch these days. Olympics, maybe hockey is definitely what I would be watching.
Yeah, and hockey fans out there, you know that Olympic hockey has begun, and at least for the men's side, the women's a couple days ago, and U.S. off to a good start, Canada off to a good start, so it should be interesting how things shake out.
I think everybody has their eyes on that Canada-U.S. matchup.
Yeah.
Especially after the Four Nations Cup last year.
What a great preview that was, where it literally came down to the last overtime. So
pretty remarkable.
Yeah, we do have Charlie McAvoy and a few guys that weren't able to play in that game, but you know, Canada also. I don't think Canada had Cale Makar in the finals of the Four Nations as well. So there were definitely players on both sides that weren't involved, and they're the best players in the world. So, well, we'll see now. We'll see how it shakes.
All right, so the South Titans getting some last-minute words of wisdom probably from their captain, I would imagine.
Yeah.
We have a couple of captains on this team all season long, done a great job. Seth Weiss and Rudd.
Yeah.
And then I think our alternate captain, we have Charlie Friend. Do we have another one? Another alternate? I don't even.
Ooh, I don't think so. I think we just have the one.
All right, so honorary captain there, Zach Savev there, helping get up for pucks, as is Elliot Sims. Nice to see you guys working together.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Vinny Batista tonight.
Oh, yeah.
During warm-up, so I may have spoken too soon when I said we're full strength.
Oh, hopefully Vinny's okay, but as we all know, our team has gone through a bout of sickness, so it wouldn't surprise me if we have somebody down. I hope not, but
so Vinny, if you're
now
listening,
the coaches are definitely giving their words of wisdom on what GBS needs to do to not only stay in this game, but compete hard and maybe even take it. So,
and on the York side, you know, you really have to look out for this first line here. Number 31 was their leading scorer, one of the better players that they had all season long, and he's out there for the center drop as we get started. Wisniewski, Cohn, and Sabev starting, hoping to get a fast start here.
I like this line. It's a big line. They're very aggressive.
It's an older line too,
really
right?
like to hit too. So
we're off. So I guess I'll start us off here.
Yeah, go for it.
All right. So face-off is one forward, and York trying to get that puck out. Eventually does. It's in the neutral zone, and Zach Sabev steps up and pushes that in. Giving chase is Wisniewski. York's going to get there first, and they're trying to pull that puck out. Nice job on the forecheck there, and just about helping keep that in. It finds its way out, and here comes number 31, who makes a nice play, but it's going to skate all the way, or skip all the way down to Connor Sigler. I thought he might come out of the net there.
Yeah,
that one.
I think he had a good beat on the speed of that puck and just didn't feel the need to, but I agree, if it was a little shorter, he could have probably won in that foot race. So.
Yeah, and right away, we're going to see that switch of first line coming out here. So Weiss, Udesky, and is that Sims over there? Yeah,
I see Sims, yeah.
All right. So shot on goal there, pushed aside. Weiss puts it over to Friend. Friend on his backhand, trying to get up the boards. Gets it to Sims, who pushes it forward. No icing. They're going to say it got touched up. Udesky slows up and allows York to get the puck. Sims going to help out, pushes it ahead. Friend wisely giving ground, and a nice job there on the back check there. Udesky keeps that in, trying to push it to Sims. Sims spinning around, kicking it forward, but it gets back to Zach Sabev. The shot is blocked, and here comes 31 out with that. Nice job by Zach Sabev. That wasn't there last week, was it?
Incredible effort there by Zach to.
And that pass is a little too long. It's not going to be icing though, and South able to make that change. Friedman onto the ice. We'll see how he does coming off a bout of sickness. And a little bit of a slow down there by Weiss. Maybe a little bit of wraparound on 85. No call. York pushing that puck back behind the net. Sims still on the ice, pushing that up. Can't get it out. And then Smith flips it over. Smith had a challenging game, I think, last week. A lot of players did. Nice to see him back on the ice.
Yeah, tons of minutes. And a difficult score to deal with the whole night. So.
Yeah, so they're going to keep Friedman and Smith out there, and Brown's going to take his line out today with Kozak and Hudgens. And that puck is one to the side, and Friedman pushed it over to Hudgens. Hudgens skates it out, getting hacked a little bit by number 3, but
they're sending 2 guys in the puck.
Yeah, they're definitely attacking that puck every time someone touches it. Hudgens falls down. Friedman pushes it forward. Brown has the puck. Squirts out. Across the middle. Shoot.
Oh.
Save. Nice play there by Brown to get that shot off. And then he York clears that all the way down. Is that going to get down for icing? They're not calling icing. Oh. Friedman pushes it over to Smith. Hudgens chips
Oh.
it out and
Look out.
Misses the boards and hits the penalty box.
Yep. Puck
We're
ends
gonna
up
see
in the
another
box,
change.
and based on where he shot it from, I believe it's going to go all the way down next to the goalie for the faceoff. So
Rudd and Friend are going to come out, and we're going to see Wisniewski, Cohn, and Sabev coming out for the face-off here. That face-off is won by Wisniewski. He's very good at that. Back to Friend. Wrapped around. So Andrew Sabev has that. Andrew now skating that puck behind the net. Pushes it ahead to himself and chips it. And it gets out, and he's still moving with it. And he's going to force himself in the zone. York with a nice job to push it all the way out. Pushes it by Friend's stick, who misses Rudd, and that's one of the plays we're trying to avoid. Big hit from behind. We're
that's
gonna get a
not
penalty
smart
coming,
there.
so
Really, just
Andrew Sabev knew it right away.
yeah, he
made the hit.
poor
behind.
decision, unfortunately, for Andrew to make that hit. He had the guy's back. You can't hit guys from behind. He knows better, and poor timing there. So he's got.
Yeah, and it looks like number 16 was the recipient of that hit. And if I'm not mistaken, I was told last week that number 16 leads the league, or at least his team, in penalty minutes. There we go.
Okay.
All right, so on the penalty kill now, we're going to need another face-off win, and Wisniewski gets one, pushes it to Zach Sabev. Wisniewski picks that up behind the boards, and he's going to clear it, so a nice clear there. Good job by that line to get that puck out. Good forecheck speed there by Wisniewski, playing with a little bit more vigor. York taking their time. There's their breakout. They drop the pass behind them. Coming out through the middle is number 16. Friend forces them wide. Pass to the middle, nobody home. 17 for York. Drops it underneath. Across the middle, Friend there, the interception and the clear. Nice job by Friend to read that one, and nice clear. York's going to set up for another. Hold the puck behind the net. Wait for another person to go around. And nice job there by Cohn to read that breakout and stop them from coming out with speed. But that long pass gets around Friend. Zach Sabev has to stay home, and he just gets deflected. Dangerous deflection, almost on net. And Wisniewski and Zach Sabev both playing really hard here all the minutes of this penalty kill so far. And that shot is saved, deflected wide. Zach Sabev pushes it. Is that going to get out? It will not. Pushed right back in by York, so they're keeping the pressure on. 73, drops it to 16, 16 back to 73, back up to 16. At the point, the shot right into Zach Sabev's stomach, and it pushed off to the side.
Unfortunately, that puck just bounced
and
right
in a
over.
good spot there. So you're noticing right away, GBS doing a much better job of keeping a man home in the middle, not letting that puck go through. And we're going to see a change here for the last 25 seconds. Seth Weiss onto the net does a good job there of getting in the way of 73. And Friend trying to clear that, hits number 73. Weiss chasing, Sims playing back through the neutral zone. 10 seconds left on this power play. And York is slowing that up here. They're going to start going with speed. And there's 3 seconds. That's going to basically end the power play. And out of the box is Andrew Sabev, who almost made contact with the player immediately, which could have been a questionable call there. Luckily, no call made. And this puck is pushed up to Weiss. Sims to the middle, slashing. And that puck gets covered up by the goalie. So Sims with almost a great opportunity through the middle there.
Yeah. Good individual effort. Nice pass by Weiss there to clear open. Sims got behind the defender, but the puck just got a little too far ahead of him, and the goalie for York was able to glove that up. So.
That was the third period, and we caught it.
All right, so now we have Weiss taking the faceoff in the offensive zone. The first offensive zone faceoff of the night for the Titans, and the center's been thrown out. Number 5 has been a thorn in our side, thrown out. Thrown out of the dot, not thrown out of the game. Even with a good job of keeping that puck in, but well, there we go. Some nice forecheck there by Weiss. Weiss coming for the net, shoots, and that goes to the back of the net. We got too tight of an angle there. 5 Egan with a nice pass out to 43, coming up through the zone. Smith giving some way. Freeman picking him up, deflected, and right to Connor Sitt, who holds that on for the save.
Nice job by Sitt there. Good shot coming in from the slot. So a real testy opportunity there for York. Outside of the good job by GBS on the on the penalty kill. Outside of that one deflected puck, there really wasn't a lot of shots on goal, so that was good.
All right. right, so Weiss wins that puck back. Francesi onto the ice for the first time tonight. Pushes that around the boards to Friend, gets it up to Sims, and that puck goes way wide out to the left side of the zone. Good job there to keep it in. Udesky gets it over to Weiss. Weiss spins to create some space and loses the puck, falls down, but gets it back to Francesi. The shot deflected high. That was a good opportunity there for South. The deflection just went high. Udesky giving chase underneath, trying to push it back to the defenseman. And York goes it all the way down. That's going to be icing, and the whistles. There it is. And
Francesi there with some delusions of grandeur, tried to put one in from the point. Nice little shot, but it did get deflected. So.
No, it was a nice idea because that deflection could have gone underneath and then would have been a goal.
Yeah.
All right, and so was Newsy going to come out there? I was watching Coach Eberle on that one. He was looking to see which lineman's coming out from York, and he's really matching lines. So this face-off here, won back by York. They're going to try to get that puck out of the zone. And they're skating it out instead of passing it this time. Probably a good idea. And they wrap it all the way around. Nice deflection there by Zach Sabev. He got his skate there, and it's tipped off of Andrew Sabev's stick, but they're going to call that for icing.
Yep. Yeah. Unfortunately, just missed it. So we'll bring that all the way back down, and
not a bad icing there. It felt like they had some pressure on them, and that's number 31, 55, 25 line. Did a lot of damage in last week's game.
Oh.
All off the face-off. York has that puck, throws it to the middle. That's the play they ran to perfection last time. This time they weren't able to, and Andrew Sabev gets that out. It was tipped, so no icing. Wisniewski giving some pressure. Andrew Sabev has it, shot. The goalie came out of the net and made that catch. It wasn't going to be on net, but we'll take that face-off in the offensive zone.
Yep. Give the Titans a chance to kind of regroup here and talk through maybe a potential play off the face-off. We'll see. And it looks like Coach is going to pull that line and go with Henry Brown's line, Hudgens, and Sidoti. So it'll be good to see.
So Brown, Hudgens, Sidoti, Friend, and Zach Sabev out there. And York looks like they're...
No net guard, so he's going to get sent off.
All right, so number 36, Sandoval, was not ready. He didn't have his net guard. All right, Brown loses that face-off. York pushes it aside, trying to get out. Hudgens there to help keep it in. Shot is blocked on his forehand in front of the net, and that puck finds its way all the way out of the zone. Zach Sabev over to Friend. Friend looking, passes across to Sidoti. Sidoti with the puck, throws it into the zone. Hudgens giving chase. It wraps all the way around. Hudgens isn't able to corral that puck, and here comes York out of the zone with some speed. Freeman there, who had just jumped onto the ice. Brown not able to connect. Sidoti has it, looking up, chips it ahead, off of Brown's stick and into the zone. No icing. And
good job by Hudgens to disrupt there.
Yeah, Hudgens did a nice job there wrapping around Sidoti, and Freeman giving some pressure there. Freeman gets that puck over to Hudgens. The shot coming, never came. I thought it was coming. Rudd shot wide, rebound to Brown. Brown has it now underneath the net, throws it in front. Good job by number 85 for York to dislodge that. They get it out to the side. Sidoti with a good forecheck there. And finally, they get it down, and that's going to be icing. And a great job by that line there.
Excellent job by that line.
Keep the puck in the zone, create some opportunities, and force another icing.
Very nice. Good effort there. Great effort. So, love to see it. That's a line that probably had to do a ton of work last week with so many people being out, but they were able to put a good pressure on. And looks like we'll skate out the Weiss line now with Sims and Udesky, and we got Rudd and Friedman on D.
Weiss won that face-off and got it to Udesky, got it back to Freeman. They have to be careful. They're leaking out wide now. That puck's all the way down. He tipped that, but that's going to be icing because he tipped. I'm guessing they're going to say it was thrown from the defensive zone. It hit their own player.
I don't like that.
It's an interesting call. You don't see it very often, but it is the right call.
Why sure it's red?
I don't know. Not sure. Is it working? Should be.
It looks like it's working. Is that battery? I don't know. All right, so face-off won by Weiss. Right off the face-off, we got a shot by Udesky, but that goes wide. Sims putting some pressure on the puck. But 17 comes out with it through the neutral zone into the offensive zone, 16 trailing them. and he kind of loses that puck, but 7 there to pick it up for York. York across the middle, and that leaves the zone. So York definitely not looking as sharp as they did last week. And that turnover almost went right to Sims' stick, but instead here comes York on a 3-on-2, 4 players back now for South. And that shot gets all the way through. Nice job by Sit. Push that one in the corner. Freeman fighting hard, trying to keep him off the play, and pushes it outside. Nice job there.
Great play by Friedman.
Yeah, really nice work. Out to Sims now into the open ice. That's where he likes it. And tries to dance around 17. Loses the puck and gets pulled down, or pulled aside. Doesn't actually fall. And that puck is going to go into the zone. Sims hadn't yet cleared it, so now they clear it. And York is going to take an opportunity to try to set something up.
Oh, he mishandled it behind the puck.
There
or
by
behind
Udesky to force that turnover. Unfortunately for South, it gets out to the side, and here come the Dukes. Kept back in by Sims, wide of the net. So a lot of good opportunities were missing nets though. Francesi keeps that in. They're going to say that wasn't kept in, but that's going to be thrown all the way down, and a terrible icing there for York there. Really, not really sure what they were thinking. They had a delayed offsides opportunity.
They had all the time in the world.
Yeah, instead of taking the time to move that puck out, they just threw it all the way down. So they're probably wondering, what team is this the York Dukes might be after last week's game. Wisniewski here on the faceoff. Nice win by him over to Andrew Spez. Swing and a miss. Disrupted enough by Francesi there to slow it down. Nice job there by him. And 73 taking it in. Cone giving him some nice job by 73 around Smith, but he gets in too tight, and the shot is pushed aside easily by Connor Sitt. Number 5 comes out with it, back out to the point. 51, the shot, deflected. Puck is loose and in the back of the net. So the goalie looked like he was interfered with. No call to the contrary by the refs, and we have a 1-0 York lead. Unfortunately, we don't have that replay for you, but it looks like maybe there was some goalie interference.
You can't vacate the front of the net if you're the Titans defender. So
Can't be that deep as a winger.
Yeah.
All right, so Wisniewski here, center ice drop, wins it back over to Friend. Friend off the boards, gets it up to Andrew Sebev, who loves it and throws it down, and it's in the zone now. Good hit there by Wisniewski. Puck ends up in the middle, but nobody there. And here comes York out again. Zach Sebev swings and misses, but does a good job of slowing him up afterward. Zach maybe showing the effects of being off the ice. A little slow right now, or a little bit rusty. Andrew giving some good pressure there. York still struggling to get that puck out of the zone. Hit by Wisniewski. The fans are asking why it wasn't a penalty. It's because it wasn't a penalty. And here comes York out on a 3-on-2. Zach Sebev with a great poke check there. Just as I said, his timing was off. He gets that poke check. And then Andrew Sebev gets tackled as he crosses the blue line. And a couple of hits, and now we're going to have an unsportsmanlike penalty coming. The shot by York is wide. So I'm not sure if everyone saw it, but there's the touch-up, and Andrew Sebev is going to go to the penalty box for unsportsmanlike for slapping the stick of a player, the opponent's player that had fallen to the ice. So the two were going at it. It was just a matter of time.
It's at the end of the day, you have to mature, and in that situation, you need to just skate away, leave the stick alone. As much as annoying as it is to get hit from behind, you have to think about the team in those moments, and poor decision there.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Frank. A frustrating penalty, and South on their second kill of the evening. York won that face-off, and they're setting up the umbrella, as they call it. They're going to rotate it underneath. The box is what South is in, and they keep on avoiding it. Nice play there, thrown to the middle and there to knock that puck away. Good job by Friend to cover the weak side. 31 shoots that, it goes high and hits off the boards, but they get it to 5, and nobody is even in the vicinity, giving them plenty of time. York setting up, looking for that rotation underneath. Number 5 has it, he passes it, looking for the give and go, but he misses the teammate. Friend gets there, trying to push it aside, but York comes back with it. 25, throws it over into the corner, misses the stick of number 43, who picks it up, gets it across to 31. Here's their score over to 5. Give and go there. Nice job by reading that one. The puck that's all the way through, and save is made, and then number 25 gets hit. And the York fans apparently haven't played playoff hockey because they think that is going to be called a penalty.
I mean, if you slash at the goalie, he's going to get hit. So, I mean, we cry about it, but you don't slash at the goalie after the whistle. So.
No, and I don't have a problem with the extracurriculars on York side either. Really.
Yeah.
I mean, they should be playing through the whistle, and they were. All right, so Weiss here wins that face-off back. Zaksabev has it, and he's coming around with a little speed, and he throws it. I thought that was going out of play. It didn't. It hit the glass.
I don't know how it hit that middle piece of glass.
But honestly, I think all of those players and some of those people back there may have saw their lives passing right before them. Good job there by Sims here, making it difficult on 55 to get the puck out. Smith there onto the ice on the penalty kill. Can't keep that in. Weiss able to get there, chip it all the way down, and that's going to kill off more time on this power play for York. Again, an unsportsmanlike call. And here comes number 16 through the neutral zone. They have a 2-on-2. Shoots it, saved there by Sit. And Sims trying to get that puck out, loses it. And York throwing it underneath. Smith doing a good job of staying home. York throws it under, nobody there. 55 across. Oh, Sims breaks his stick. Drops it on the ice. Weiss has to get that puck out. He couldn't, but here comes Zaksabev, who does. And he doesn't. And we're going to have a penalty coming up. I think it's going to be a slash, and it is a slash on York for the broken stick. So Sims breaks his stick. Hopefully he's got another one back there. It looks like he does. And we're going to have 3 seconds of 4-on-4 action before South goes on its second power play of the evening.
Really nice job by South to kill off that power play. And like you said, we'll get a power play of our own here for the rest of the period, basically.
All right, so now we're going to see Wisniewski and Udeski. Freeman and Friend. Wisniewski with another big win. He's been winning all those faceoffs. Shot from the point there, or from the high slot by Friend. Pushed aside. Nice shot, nice save. Nice job there by Udeski out to Freeman. Freeman's going to shoot that. Shot, rebound. Oh man, a perfect rebound right to Wisniewski.
Wisniewski, right place, right time.
Goalie made a nice job.
Unfortunately, could not corral that puck enough to get it back to that goalie. So, good job there by the Titans to put some pressure on York. And we got a minute 45 left in this power play, and hopefully we can find this equalizer.
So Sims is going to come in for Wisniewski. I understand the line one component, but I'll tell you, Wisniewski's been winning every faceoff. You take him off the ice, I'm not so sure about the call. And that faceoff is won by York. Unable to get it out. Sims is keeping that one in right now on the sideboards there.
Not all 4 of you. What are we doing?
Udeski providing some support there. Puck goes out to Friend, who then throws it underneath. Sims has it. Sims with the shot is blocked by 17. Doesn't look too comfortable after that one. Throw across the middle is intercepted. Nice job there, though, by Zaksabev to reach out and intercept that pass right back. They get it up to Udeski. It's at his feet. He has no idea where it is. And
yeah, lost track of the puck, unfortunately.
Friend blows up player. It sounds like these York fans need a primer on how to play hockey because they think every hit is a penalty.
Every hit is a penalty, apparently. Yeah. I don't know. I missed that one. And
that one's turned over. Sims drops underneath. Give and go. Shot. Save. Nice save. Nice play there, though.
Very nice play.
Kind of saw the setup there between Weiss and Sims.
Solid give and go, 2-man game there. That was excellent. Gave us our first real solid opportunity. Unfortunately, the shot ended up in the chest of the goalie. But hey, an opportunity nonetheless.
All right,
minute left in the period, 55 in the penalty.
Yeah, they're going to move the face-off to the left of the goalie. He's done a really nice job tonight. Some really good scoring opportunities, and Weiss can't win that face-off either. But Friend has it, keeps it in. That looked like that was maybe out. It was. Ref is saying it's offsides. Zaksabev has it. The zone has been cleared late. Now we have some pressure coming in. That throw is a lazy play around. It gets picked off. Zaksabev has it. Passes underneath to Udeski. Udeski looking. Tries to get it to Zabev, but it gets deflected. And Weiss pushes that backwards over to Zaksabev. They clear the zone. Friend has it with some open space, looking for that pass across the middle. Misses Weiss's stick, but Udeski picks it up.
Great stick lift by Udeski there.
The ice. and throws it all the way down. No icing, of course, because we are in the middle of a power play, but only 13 seconds left on that, 17 in the game. And here comes Zach Zabev. I'm guessing he's going to try to take that himself, and he does. Goes through one, goes through two, comes across the middle, goes to the side, and shot and save, rebound, push aside. Penalty's now over. Oh man, right at the end, pass set up to Weiss, and good opportunity there.
Yeah.
Unable to take a shot there, with the clock not our friends there.
Nice job by Zabev right at the end there to create an opportunity, a counter punch, if you will, after the puck ended up back behind the net. And unfortunately, we weren't able to stuff it in, but all in all, a pretty equal contest, a much different game than last Friday night, which is good. And while we missed an opportunity with man advantage to equalize, GBS has to feel pretty decent about where they're at this point. Mentally, very important. So we'll see.
Well, you never want to be down, but I think, when you look at this at home, we saw something in that last couple of minutes, particularly on the power play. Weiss and Sims were able to set up that little give and go, that two-man game. But the biggest thing I saw was Zach Zabev figured out that when he comes around with speed, he can beat those forecheckers on his own. If we can use that to our advantage, especially against some of the tired players that we'll start seeing the second and third, maybe that puck ends up in the back of their net.
Absolutely, absolutely.
GBS hoping this isn't their last home game of the season, or at least of the playoffs.
Yeah.
Needing a win tonight to continue. And they're going to send out Wisniewski, Cohn, and Andrew Zabev. Looks like Zach Zabev's having a conversation on the bench with the trainer. Hopefully that's nothing. Faceoff is won by Wisniewski again. This time it gets turned over, thrown all the way down, and that should be icing, and I think he'll take that, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We'll take this face off here just to the left of the York Dukes goalie. And like you mentioned early, with Wisniewski on the ice, he's been doing a good job in the face-offs. Hopefully we can win one here.
He wins it again. Cohn over to Rudd. Rudd the shot, way high, way wide. And the rebound pushed on his backhand. Andrew Zabev just trying to throw something on net. Cohn giving some pressure, and number 5 with a good job getting that puck out. And here comes 41. And Rudd pushes it to the side. Pushes 41 off the puck. 51, Andrew Zabev there pushes the other side. And Braden Smith, with no one in front of him, has nothing to do but try to get it down. We get lucky, it hits off the glass and dies, so no icing. But Braden Smith had nobody in front of him. The winger was way too deep.
Yeah.
And kept in there. Rudd with another shot, and this one gloved and held on.
Yeah.
York taking that face off, an opportunity to make a change. They're going to throw out their first line, and my guess, well, I'm waiting. Oh, we're going to see line 3 come out here. So Brown, Kozak, and Hudgens coming out. So I may have spoke too soon. York did not put his first line out. Vinny is halfway. Brown pushes that aside. Brown really doing a good job on that forecheck. His teammates were standing around there. That puck is deflected. Franchese has that puck. Turns it over, but it gets out, and it looks like Hudgens has it now on his stick, cutting across the middle. The shot is deflected. Rebound goes all the way in front, and he's going to cover that up and hold on for the face-off.
Never advocate for no-look passes, but
it worked.
Franchese got it up the side, and luckily just past the defender.
He'll tell you he planned it that way. All right, Brown there loses that face-off. It pushes it aside enough, and York not able to get it out. Franchese with a good job there, pushing it aside. It does end up in the neutral zone. None of the wingers really showing a lot of fight there, but they finally, Kozak throwing that in, bringing it around the boards. And Franchese loses that puck. Covering him up from behind him is Friend, who throws it. So I'm playing in the middle there. It gets into the zone. Kozak with a good job there, some forward check, but all three wingers get beat, and Hudgens gets it, throws on his backhand. Brown has it by himself in the middle, tries to pull it to the outside, swings and misses, turns it over, but everyone is back for South. Francesi with that back pass over to Friend. It gets turned over. Nice job by Francesi from his knees to stop that play. Deflect that to Sid, who covered it up, and he'll take that face off there. So a lot of action there. No results.
Yeah, a little back and forth, but got to start pressing and getting a few shots on goal, and not necessarily pressing, but like you said, moving the puck, a little two-man game here and there, and get some opportunities and put some pressure on the goalie.
And Weiss is going to take his line out here right now for the face-off, and that is one. Really, it was won by South, but it ends up on York's stick, and 31 trying to skate through, looking for an opportunity. Nice pass over to the point. The shot, saved, and held on, and that puck was loose, but we already had a whistle. So.
Yeah. Thankfully, the whistle blew because it was loose, although Udeski was there to sweep it. So
31 commands a lot of attention when he has the puck, but he's really good at passing. That face-off shot right off a face-off, that almost found the net. York controlling the play right here. Backhand flip underneath. Weiss there comes out with it, loses it, but goes right to Friedman, who pushes that up and gets it over to Sims, who absorbs the hit. Weiss had it momentarily. Sims skated past it, and here comes York with some speed. Nice idea on the pass there, but it goes a little bit wide to number 25, Brown. He has the puck again underneath. York setting up the give and go. Shot wide of the net. The give and go is there. Udeski wrapping it around, and this is 2 shifts in a row where South has had some trouble. Udeski trying to get it out, gives it up, but a lot of just pushing the puck around. One of the fans just yelled, "Possess the puck." That could go for both teams. And now Weiss looking for some open space, pushes it ahead. Friedman over to Sims. Sims has an angle for it. Shoots. Save. Well, it was a tough angle to score from, and Bully did a good job of covering that one up.
He had Weiss in the slot, and I think a pass was warranted there, but you know, I get it. Not a lot of time to think out there, unfortunately, but hey, an opportunity nonetheless. We need a few more of those. So.
And another big offensive zone face-off here was Newski. Wins it again. Clean wins again. Rudd gets that on the pass from Cone, and you know, I've been noticing that's the play they've been running. And here comes South, or so York rather, into the offensive zone. Friend skates with him and chips that puck away. And a deflection off of Andrew Silvest's stick. Shot back of the net. So you notice how the net moved. I think everybody stopped there for a moment.
And when the puck hit the back of the net, the York fans wanted a penalty, which is weird.
They've been asking for penalties all night. That shot is saved by Connor Sid, who I don't think knew where it was at first, and then covers it up.
They're out skating this bad.
Yeah.
It's been a difficult second period here. South has looked a step slow. And we're going to see a change here. Rudd coming off, Zach Sabev coming on, and Charlie Friend's going to shift over to the left side. And they're going to try to get this puck out of the zone here. And the faceoff was won by Wisniewski, but missed off the puck by Zach Sabev. He's back there to get it. He pushes it across. And Friend trying to come out with it and falls down. Nice job there by Zach Sabev there. Gets the puck and he's coming out. It's 1-on-2. He's going to take that puck in, and it gets deflected, and he gets held up, and here comes South. York trying to come through the neutral zone. The puck is deflected and thrown to the middle wide open. The shooter got saved.
Great job there by Sit to recognize the back door, stayed down, he tried to beat him between the legs there, but thankfully he was able to make that stop. So.
Yeah, well, he had a little bit of a reprieve getting the puck into our offensive zone. It went right back in. So we're going to see line one get an opportunity here to try to get that puck out. And Udeski pushes it. It does leave the zone. D to D pass, set up and regroup as they call it. And intercepted there by Weiss, but York trying to go to the puck, runs right into the defenseman. It wasn't so much a hit as it was physics, right?
Yep.
And player gets right back up. Thankfully, nobody's hurt. Sims delivering a little bit of a hit there. Puck left in front, hit, knocks it away, and chips it ahead. Sims getting a chase. He might get there first. 10 gets there to stop it away. Nice job by 10 to recover. They're just going to throw it all the way down. Friend picks it up off the backhand pass off the boards. Udesky trying to get it to Sims. Not able to. And now they get around a 2-on-1. Zach Sabev back. Shot in the back of the net. So a turnover in the neutral zone ends up in the back of the GBS net.
Yeah, good counter strike there by York, taking advantage of a mishandled puck there in the zone, and very nice shot from the circle and buried it. So 2-0 York now. And
it's still a little early, but you know.
Titans find themselves thinking, okay, well, what do we need to do now? You know, how do we get ourselves back into this game? But it starts with skating hard, being in the right place at the right time, and we'll see how they respond.
All right, so Brown on the ice here. Face-off is won by York, and they're going to try to set up in the zone. Friedman has it. The pass is deflected. Francesi picks it back up, turns around, chips it off the boards, and it does get all the way out. Brown pushes it ahead to Hudgens. Sidoti and Brown back in the zone with pressure there. Sidoti held up.
Yeah,
You're going to have to learn about that one.
Yeah,
Had
good
an
hustle
opportunity.
there.
Good hustle until he held up. Hudgens chasing. He's got speed. He's got more speed that guy. I don't know why he didn't just outskate him and take the puck. York coming through. Happy to play with the puck here in the neutral zone. They're not in any rush. Number 5 skating around, tiring out. 64 throwing it across, and it gets chipped in there. Francesi has it on his backhand to Freeman. Freeman trying to push it ahead. Bounces underneath the stick and into the neutral zone, back all the way to the south zone. And Freeman chips that puck on the pass into the York bench, and we will get a whistle.
Friedman with the deflection, almost giving some business to friend and Nolan Dental. Almost caught the coach right in the face.
There you go. And South York wins that face-off. Chipped a nice job there by Sidoti to not tip that puck away. And then Hudgens kind of slaps at it. 64 could have just gave that puck on a platter there, and he just skated right past it. Francesi into the corner. Pushes it the other way. Unfortunately, the only one going for it is Friedman. He pushes it ahead to Hudgens, who doesn't seem to have any interest in the puck there. And this shot high off the glass, wrapping around. That's going to get all the way out to the point. We're going to throw it in. Francesi can't quite get that one. Brown pushing him off the puck. Francesi has it, pushes it off the side, and right back in. Some hits going on behind the play. And number 5, with wide open, gets a shot, and we're going to need a whistle soon here, just to get some tired players off the ice. Number 5 with the puck, looking all the way out to the point. That's the play they like. The shot deflected by Brown, almost in our own net, and ends up in the corner. Hudgens has it. He needs to get that puck out, and it doesn't come out. It doesn't come out, but they called offsides, and that noise you hear are some angry York fans. They may have a point there. It was definitely.
He saw what he saw. It's over. Not much you can do about it. It's game of inches. Sorry that happened to you.
Well, interestingly here, we're going to keep Brown out there with Wisniewski and Sabev, so I don't know what's going on there. Friend wraps that around.
The other piece of that line is Cone, I believe, and not sure what's going on there either.
All right, well, a turnover there. Wisniewski and Sabev don't have it. Throw in front, nobody there. If the winger stays high there and gets in front of the net, that could be a good opportunity. And instead, it's York coming back into the zone with some speed. Throw it across the middle, nobody home there. Andrew Sabev trying to chip that out. And it doesn't make its way out this time. The next one doesn't come out again. And you can see York is just skating really hard. Brown pushing it ahead, nobody there. Really having some trouble with positioning right now. Friend drops 16 in front of the net. 16 then cross-checks Friend. Number 16 standing there wide open in front of the net. And Sit with a nice save and a little chip on number 16. And Brown pushing him around also. And honestly, like, you really can't get that angry about York doing that. Like, nobody picked him up in front of the net.
We have to have all 3 forwards behind the net.
Or in the corner. All right, so now we're going to see line 1 come on.
Yep.
Desperate need of a goal. Desperate need of a shot, honestly.
Desperate need of some pressure on the opposite goalie.
Yeah, good call.
That's for sure. I agree with you 100%.
All right, so Wisniewski with another win of the faceoff there. Smith can't quite keep it, but here comes Udesky coming out with that puck. I'm sorry, that was Weiss with the win on the faceoff. Number 16 trying to dance through the middle. It's a good way to get yourself killed. He does it there. He just lost the puck. The 43 with a dangle, a shot. How many players can dangle Zach Sabev like that? That guy just did. Nice play there by Smith. His skates knocked that puck all the way out, and it's picked up here. Sims across the middle, trying to go through on his backhand. Let's get that puck behind the net. I wasn't able to, and York's going to come out with it. So once again, they're throwing 2-3 players at Sims and daring him to pass, and he's not. Weiss with the puck. And nobody there with him, and York just takes that around. Udesky in front, nobody there. Back to Smith, but it was on his backhand. And then Zach Sabev keeps that in. The shot, save. Good shot there, good idea. Traffic in front of the net. And York is going to clear that. They're going to say that it's tipped off, no icing. So no, icing is waved off on that one. Zach Sabev pushes that over to Braden Smith. Braden Smith looking, and almost gets a turnover there, but it gets all the way to Weiss. Weiss with Hudgens in front of him. Weiss falls down for a tip. We got a penalty coming up, and unfortunately we got that penalty because it looked like Weiss had a golden opportunity to try to put one on net.
And York,
I'd rather have the goal.
York fans are befuddled right now how they can't get a penalty called, but we got one right there, so we'll see.
That was a prime goal opportunity.
Right in the slot, right?
Penalty to number 60, Russo. And a little bit of confusion here on which line's coming out. So now we're going to see Wisniewski, Brown, and Sabev. So we'll have to monitor that. Andrew Sabev over to Braden Smith. Smith wraps it around the boards. Brown giving chase, but then slows down. Puck comes up to Freeman. Freeman looking. Gets that over to Smith. Smith over to the center ice and takes it into the zone.
Deep.
Tries to throw it deep, finally does. Andrew Sabev underneath gets it, pushes it back the other way. Brown with it, coming across, it's on his backhand, and looking for some room, throws it to Freeman. Freeman, the shot, deflected high. And Andrew Sabev bodying him up to get the puck back. Shot, pushed aside, no traffic in front. Wisniewski with it. If you don't have traffic in front, this goalie's going to see it, it looks like. That's going to be wrapped around, and that's going to be cleared, so a nice clear there. And dumped a player. Brown had a yard sale there. He's picking up his glove and stick, and it looks like he's going to skate to the bench, and we'll see if there's a change coming. Long pass to Freeman. Freeman gets bumped off the puck, and York intercepted. Shot, rebound, another shot, blocked. Sims with 2 great opportunities. One a nice save, one a nice block. Sims refusing to pass that puck up to the open point. Stuffs it in front, the puck is loose, and Wisniewski chipping at it. Big
Help
hits
him out,
there.
guys. We're on the power play.
Udesky with a hit. And the puck squirts all the way out to the side. Friend comes in to pinch there, pushing underneath. Wisniewski tired, not able to get there. And all the way back out, Friend with a good opportunity, walking that line, shoots. Save, push to the side, nice shot, nice save. We said that a lot tonight. And York is trying to clear that. Udesky with a good catch there to keep that one in. Sims has it on his stick, looking, trying to get it across, gets it over to Friend. Friend pushes it to Weiss. Weiss clearing, makes some room, coming across, push off it, shoots. Rebound. Oh, nice tip idea there for Udesky, but good job by the goalie to cover that one up. Well, we saw some pressure. You asked for it.
It's exactly what we needed. Unfortunately, it didn't yield any goals, but hopefully that puts York on their heels a touch and excites the Titans team to continue to put the pressure on. We got to
right.
find the back of the net, though, and it'd be nice to do it before this 3 minutes and 9 seconds left in the period.
Good call on the face-off there. York has it, but they're having trouble getting it out right now. And that puck goes back to Zach Svev, who shot, rang hard against the glass, missed everything. Weiss trying to keep that one in, pushed off the puck, but a nice job to use his body to shield it away and throws it underneath. Udesky can't control it. Puck goes out. Friend keeps that in. That puck never. Now they're going to raise their arm and say that puck was offside. That's a terrible call. Terrible call. And now they're going to whistle. And if they take this all the way down, that's an awful call.
You guys got to yell offsides.
They were late to make the call. The players looked up. The back judge made the
refs
call.
are supposed to yell if it's offside.
Really
yeah,
just-
because not everybody could see the arm up, right?
Yeah.
So unfortunately,
All right, so we're going to see line 2 coming out, Combe returning back to the ice. Wisniewski looking for the face-off win here. He does win it back, and it's picked up there by Zach Svev coming around. Spins away from the man, 31, putting some pressure on him. Svev maintaining control, evades 31, and gets it over to Cone. Cone ahead to Wisniewski. Wisniewski just can't get it over to Andrew Svev, and it's intercepted. And York trying to come back in, throwing it all the way down. They're going to say that's not icing. And that's off the netting, and so we're going to get a face-off in the defensive zone.
and the York fans just asked for a delay of game penalty on Friend, not knowing the rules, of course, of hockey. So.
Well, I've noticed the York fans have gotten a little calmer after their 2-goal lead here. So Wisniewski here wins that face-off again. He's really reading that well off the face-off. We just haven't done anything with it. Friend wrapping it around. Cone. Oh, weird bounce off the seam of the boards there. 5 in front. Good clear there by Friend. It's going to be an icing, but it's not a bad clear there.
Probably not a bad idea after that weird bounce off the boards, unfortunately.
Well, you know, whether he's thinking about it or not, we've won a lot of face-offs tonight.
Yep.
Maybe the thought was, hey, let's just win the face-off and break it out. Zach Freeman skating into the circle there. And they're going to throw Wisniewski out, which is not a good sign for us. And Cone takes that face-off. He does win it. And Freeman pushes it back to Smith. Smith around, and he throws it hard off the boards. And goes right back the other side. Smith looking, taking it all the way back. Pass to Freeman. He pushes it out. Cone has it across into the neutral zone. And he's going to set up, look, shot, rebound from behind the net. Wisniewski pestering the player there. 17 has it, getting it over to 73. A flyby check there by Andrew Sabev. And that is shot and thrown wide. The goalie was looking to cover that one up. He's taken by his defenseman. The puck is thrown high. Freeman gets it, but it's out of the zone. And he backs it all the way up to Smith. Smith loses the puck. Good forecheck there. And here comes number 5 with the puck with speed, spinning around. It's like a little water bug. And he drops that puck back to 73. Nice toe drag into the front. The puck is loose, but covered up and grabbed and covered up by Connor Sitt. And a couple of whistles to separate the teams.
All right, well, 56 seconds left here in the period. York's still a 2-goal advantage. We'll drop the puck here just to the right of Connor Sitt. We have, looks like the brown line with Hudgens and Udesky. So they are doing a little bit of changing the lines here.
Brown loses that face-off. York with a shot. Pushed aside by Connor Sitt. York trying to set up, loses it. Zach Sabev lost it for himself. And another shot. Oh, that puck bounced across the zone. That was dangerous. And Friend is going to try to push it out. Kept back in. Momentarily, anyway. Now Friend, or Udesky with the puck. Trying to skate through the middle, loses it. And then finally gets to it, pushes it out, and bounces over Hudgens' stick. Gets it across to number 16, who shoots it, or throws it in. The corner, 20 seconds to go in the period. Nice job by Zach Sabev, but nobody came to pick the puck up. 16 with a shot, and that rebound goes high. Up the middle, that shot deflected. Friend kicked it offside, and here comes Zach Sabev. He's got 5 seconds, 3 seconds, 2. The shot, nice shot, nice save. 0.2 to go. I'm sure they'll just run this.
That's perfect.
Hey, at least they got a shot off before the period is over. And
same thing about at the end of the first, right?
Yeah.
Don't play. Unfortunately for South, not able to get one in the back of the net. This is just going to be a drop, and we're going to get the buzzer, I'm sure. And there it is. Well, end of 2. All right, we're back here to start the third period. Brown taking his line out there. GBS needing a goal or 2. Stay alive. Face off 1 by York, but it bounces back to South. York pushing it ahead. Some miscommunication there on the wings. And Smith falls down the shot. Good save there. Got his pad out on the last second. Francesi looking. He has a streaking Hudgens. Swings and misses. Brown there to clean it up, gets it over to Smith, who can't seem to handle the puck tonight. And he throws that puck and turns it over, and York throws it all the way back in for icing. Luckily icing, because that was about the most disjointed start to the period that we could have, given how much we need this game.
defender had the puck on the far boards, but there was no winger up there, so I think kind of lost the handle on it, unfortunately.
All right, so Weiss, Udesky, Sims onto the ice. Friend and Zach Sabev behind him. Weiss needing a face-off win here. And it's kind of stuck at their feet. York gets it. They try to throw it out, and they do get it out of the zone. Friend wisely throws that inside, and Udesky giving pressure, sort of. And a bad clear there by York, and Zach Sabev throws that back in.
Get there.
Sims giving chase. We haven't yet really seen Sims get out in the open.
No.
It's been a problem tonight. Friend with a good job there to slow down the number 85 for York.
Looks like 85 had a cramp.
It just kind of stopped. Oh, is that his name?
That's his name.
I missed the joke. I'm so sorry.
Sorry, Adam.
I'll set you up for another one again. All right, number 17 with a shot. Nice deflection there. Friend with the friendly bounce. Gets it out. And Weiss with a nice move in the front is open. And nobody's really moving to the net, so he has to drop that back to Friend. Friend gets it, trying to get it over to Zach Sabev. Zach shot. Got through, but it's deflected. And that was dangerous. Good opportunity there. Good job by Friend forcing the issue now. And you can see the defense starting to pinch, sensing that they need that goal. Gets it over to Weiss. Weiss looking, spins around, gets it over to Udesky. Udesky shot. It's bouncing, and Sims pushed away. And that puck is clear out the middle. Udesky didn't even realize it, but it hit his stick. He has it, and now he's coming. Gets it over to Sims. Sims Throws it to the middle, deflected by number 60, Russo. Served a penalty earlier. He could have tipped that in for us. He ain't taking that. Here comes York with speed through the middle. Freeman is back. And the shot, save, held on, whistle.
Yep.
And 12:39 to go.
Again, we hear calls for the behind of one of our players after a collision behind the net.
All right, so Wisniewski taking out Cone and Andrew Sabev here. This is a key defensive zone faceoff, and it is won by Wisniewski. Back to Smith, who loses it and falls down again. Andrew Sabev has it, and he almost turned that one over. Wisniewski was there to pick it up, and he's coming through his own, trying to create something on his own, and we're going to get an offsides call.
Yep, yeah. Good job to poke check that away from Wisniewski right at the blue line, and
I'd really like to see Coach make one change, and that's bring Wisniewski on for Udesky in that line.
Yeah.
Just to see if we'll create something different with somebody who's going to be a little bit more of a power forward mentality.
He has made some changes tonight to certain lines, so I would like to see that line.
All right, 25 shoots it way high, just a bit outside, as they say in baseball. Spring training coming up. And Freeman helps to slide that puck home there, trying to get it out. Pushes ahead, it gets intercepted. Smith there, though, and he chips that out. That might not get all the way down, and it won't, so no icing. We're going to see a change behind that play. Rudd onto the ice. Sabev giving chase, spins and evades the forecheck there, and gets it all the way out. Avoids, gets sick, gets all the way down. No icing on that one. 55 picks it up. Rudd pressuring him into the corner, shoves him off the puck. Cone pushes it back to Rudd. Rudd now taking it out with some speed, has it, and gets it over to Andrew Sabev, and unfortunately turned over. York doing a very good job of getting back. Sidoti jumps onto the ice here, and 31 makes a move around. A second move, and that's not going to be a penalty. And
yeah, no.
It was difficult to see from this angle. I think there was some help going down there, but no penalty. And honestly, in the third period, you don't want a game decided by penalties anyway. And Brown is going to take this face-off here. Hudgens and Sidoti to his left, and it's one. Friend gets it out. Sidoti has it.
Sidoti with a head of steam.
And he pushes it ahead too soon, and Hudgens went right past that puck.
Hudgens would have been offside.
Yeah. Well, Hudgens could have stopped and slowed down, and maybe the puck would have been onside, but nonetheless, Brown with a good job there on the forecheck. Hudgens giving chase. He throws it back behind his head and
blew a tire there or got tripped, but I'm not sure.
Nice job by York. I think it did. York threw that high and then hit the flag, and so they're going to have to call that a whistle. But after that happened, that wrestling is Scott. Scott saw a hit in the middle. I thought he was going to call a penalty. He didn't. And we're going to see a face-off in the offensive zone, and I would bring on Wisniewski for that, and they are. And this is a good opportunity here to set up Andrew Sabev or maybe Cone for a shot. Freeman has some goals from the point, and it gets it back to Smith. Smith pushes it to Andrew Sabev, the backhand shot.
The net!
What a great play there. Almost like we drew it up there.
Love that. Love the fact that Smith didn't put that on goal. Recognized that we're all around with the backside. Sent the puck to that space, and great job by Sabev. Really making up for those two earlier penalties, I feel. So the one score for the Titans.
He's got the penalties. We need an assist.
Yes.
And maybe a little bit of a fight.
Yes.
Not too bad of a fight. We wouldn't advocate for anything illegal.
Nothing illegal.
But South, recognizing that they have a little bit of a stolen momentum here, they're going to pull out line one here. I'm a little surprised they're not coming back with Zach Sabev. He's sitting on the boards, but he's not going to go back in right here. And South now 1 goal away from tying this thing up. York, we'll see if they tighten up. Weiss has that puck through the middle. Having a bouncing puck, gets that in there. Sims Well, Sims didn't really go that hard. Unfortunately, it was
I would have
misplayed.
Would have liked to see Smith pinch there, but that's okay. Puck remains in the zone.
Yeah, and Sims has that, and he's looking for the point, but can't get it to them.
Guys.
And eventually does, but gets all the way out. Freeman D2G passes Smith, who throws that back in, and that's going to come off the boards. Kind of a weird angle. Weiss giving chase. Pressure there from Udesky. Gets the turnover, nice forecheck. And maintains possession. Gave it up, though, immediately. And throws it there. Weiss in front, over. Oh, Weiss was trying to hit Sims, who had the open net. Nice job by York to get their stick in there, knock it away. Weiss fighting in the corner, trying to get that puck. And it comes all the way back on Smith. The shot, tipped wide by Udesky. Tipped wide by Udesky. Sims pressuring it back up to Freeman. Freeman underneath, gets it to Udesky. Loses the puck, coming out, back on the Freeman stick. The shot, deflected high off the glass. And Weiss has it. Trying to get it back to Smith. Smith the shot, and that puck was like a knuckleball.
Yeah.
Bounced up and right to the goal.
Never knowing where those bouncing pucks. A lot of things can happen.
Well, it looks like Coach Eberle is sending out Brown, Hudgens, and Kozak, but not making a change on the defense side, which is an interesting choice here. Maybe he's trying to buy some extra rest.
Haven't seen Zach Savage this period yet. Hopefully he's going to play.
Well, he was sitting on the boards before, so I have to believe he wants to go in. All right, face-off there is kind of won by... And here they come. Nice job by Smith recovering. Smith has got stronger as the game has gone on this period. That puck gets thrown all the way in, no icing. Freeman pushes to the side.
Wires for the wings on both sides.
And the puck ends up behind the net. Nobody there. Still no one there, giving lots of room and space. You have Freeman, Brown, Hudgens, and the puck gets deflected. Man in front, nice save there. Kozak can't get it out. The shot coming back in, tipped wide of the net. And number 50 with that shot, pass across the zone, we'll call it. And number 2 with the shot, tipped into the netting. We'll get a whistle, and now you're going to see a little bit of a change here.
Yeah.
And that's going to be Zach Sabev and Charlie Frank coming off of the bench.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to swap out the forwards too.
Yep, we're going to see line 1 coming out, and you're going to see a lot of these players over the next 8.5 minutes.
Yeah.
As York has certainly shortened their lines as well, after giving up that goal a few moments ago. Face-off winner won by York. Number 60 coming across. The shot tipped. Nice save there by Sit. Rebound controlled by York. Underneath. Zach Sabev giving chase. Tips the puck away. And Sims has it now. And he pushes it ahead. Udesky wasn't quite ready for it. And York throws it right back into the zone.
That's what happens when you're always checking your shoulder and you're not looking at the puck.
And Udesky gets that puck, and he had Weiss. Misses Weiss. Hits, well, he hit Weiss's stick. I think he thought that it was going to Sims. And Weiss unable to cut that puck. They're going to throw that down. They're going to call that icing. That one was an interesting icing because I thought maybe he had already gotten gained.
I feel like he was over the...
I thought he had the line to gain there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Is what it is.
7:52 now on the clock. Plenty of time, but...
Big face-off, big shift here.
And it's won by York. Just got to run with face-off. You should get Wisniewski out there, is winning all those face-offs.
That's going to be icing here, it looks like.
Another icing, and let's see if Eberle gets creative here. We have the benefit of being up here watching the game from a different angle. So it's easy for us to say.
I'm here.
Yeah, I've been saying your calls have been flawless. All right, so Weiss here on the face-off dot. Oh, they're all right, Weiss wins that face-off. There we go. I was wrong on that one. And they throw it all the way around, and York with an opportunity to break this puck out. They throw it all the way down and hit Zach Sabev's stick, so it won't go down for icing. And he turns the puck over. and a friend with a good job there to cut the angle and sit with an unbelievably nice save there to keep this game a 1-goal game.
Yep, totally agree. Fortunately, the forward was able to beat Sabev and get a shot on it.
And it's interesting that Friend was the one who got some instructions from the coach here. We're going to see if they're going to go for the long play. We're going to see if they go for that long pass here off the break route. Well, we have to win that faceoff. Zach has it, loses it underneath. Weiss there to push it to the corner. Udesky pushes it aside, takes the hit. Friend can't get it out, gets it back on his stick, loses it, across the middle. Shot high off the glass. Sims pushes it ahead. Udesky loses it off his backhand. Weiss giving chase on the forecheck. It comes all the way out and down, caught there by Zach Sabev. To Weiss. Weiss back to Friend. And throws it to nobody because Zach Sabev was getting off the ice. Friedman there to get it though. Weiss looking. Dangerous pass all the way across to Friend. Gets it across though to Freeman, jumping into the play here. Freeman has it. And you can see he's just a little slow right now. And here comes York taking advantage of the defenseman who is pinching. And it's Smith and Weiss are back. And York wisely takes that puck and just dumps it behind the net, trying to kill some more time. Throws across the middle. Udesky has it. Looking, and you can see they're just a little tired right now.
They're tired. It's been a long shift for them. So.
Udesky coming across, shoots. Wide, goes around the net.
Oh, it took a weird bounce again off those boards.
And that's going to hit the netting. That's going to be a whistle. And we're going to see if will they use a timeout and get some players rested? Will they?
Only have one timeout, right?
Only one timeout, and you need to be able to get the goalie off the ice at some point. Not now, probably closer down to the 2-minute mark. But a good change there. That line looked a little tired. Wisniewski looking to win this faceoff. And he does, back to Smith. Smith's shot. Gloved and saved, and that was wide of the net. So, whereas before you were giving him the credit for not putting it on net, putting it across the net, that time he went wide of the net. And he had the same setup here.
Yeah.
If you notice.
Less traffic on that one versus the last one. But.
All right, so Wisniewski trying to set it up again here. This time the faceoff is won by York.
Great job to cut him off there with Sabev.
Yep. And wrapping it around, kept in the zone. Friedman pushes it ahead in front of the net. Underneath the York player, Andrew Sabev has it, loses it though. And then just lifts the stick. That could have been a penalty. We're lucky it wasn't. Freeman spinning around, absorbs that hit. Now he has to get back. Nice deflection there by Andrew Sabev. He had Wisniewski, just can't get it. The puck bounced off, went right to Cone, but over his stick, and the puck ends up in the glove of the goalie.
Yeah.
That's where the puck needs to be, down in this area.
Anything can happen.
You gotta shoot, puck on net.
All right, so we're gonna see Hudgens and Brown and Kozak here, 5:38 to go. And Freeman and Smith back on D. Face-off is won by Brown. Hudgens toward the net, nobody home. Kozak skates right by, and here comes York breaking that puck out. Smith having to get back, looks up and tries to chip it off the boards, unable to do so, falls down again. And slow to get back up, he does. Trying to get up, he has that stick, it's holding him. There's a clear hook there. No hand in the air, I guess, I don't know why not, but no hook, and they're gonna throw it all the way around. Brown make a move and gets chipped off the middle. He had to get that puck out, and instead he tried to skate through the middle. 5 with the shot, save, and it's gloved and held on. Brown there, the dangerous play through the middle, and he just needs to get that puck out. And Coach Eberle is saying, get it out. He's not wrong. Zach Sabev back onto the ice with Charlie Friend. 5 minutes on the dot here. 5 minutes left in the GBS season if they can't score the equalizer. South. Brown loses that faceoff. York has it. And pushed aside to number 60, Russo. The shot, tipped. Nice save. Brown has it behind, or Hudgens. I think so, Sabev. Now it's the netting. That's going to be another faceoff to the left of goalie Connor Sitt. You gotta be careful here. York putting some pressure on. Brown looking for this face-off win. Trying to time the drop, and York gets it. Throws it underneath. Misses the player. Friend has it, and he has some room. Hard off the boards, kept in. And the puck almost squirts all the way to the middle. Brown chips at it, but doesn't get out. And Friend pushes it to the side, creates some space, and turns the puck over, but Brown is right there to recover it. Gets it out of the zone. He has it with some speed, bringing it ahead. A little hook there, a second hook, no call. And Hudgens misses that rebound or the deflection. And York trying to break that puck out. Kozak doing a good job of coming back. Friend drills him. Kozak picks it up. Zach Sabev drops it back to Friend. Friend coming through the neutral zone. A change happening behind him. So he's going to have to take this himself. He does. The shot. Save. And the whistle. And with 4 minutes, 3 minutes and 59 seconds, South, who is now outshot York 24-21, finds themselves trailing by 1.
Good individual effort there by Friend, skating through most of the defense. Created a little screen there.
Goalie's done a really good job on a lot of high percentage opportunities.
Need this big line to cause get some traffic in front of this goalie and put some stuff in
They
there.
had the first goal. Let's see if they can get the second goal here. And York trying to get that puck out, and that hits the netting and goes out of play. So we'll have another face-off. It'll be interesting to see where they're putting it.
Guys, why don't you guys move away from the phone?
I wonder if my mic is almost dead. See how it's got the red box around mine?
Oh, yeah, I do see that. Well, York coming out with the puck. Everyone does a good job of getting back this time for South. York underneath, loses that puck. Andrew Sabev with some good pressure, and he has got room, and he's got some time, and he comes across the zone, loses it, and here comes York turning that puck over on a 2-on-1. Now it's a 1-on-1. Nice job by Braden Smith there to block that and push it away. And Wisniewski fighting for it. It's going to wrap all the way around. Freeman with that puck pushes it outside, gets it out of the zone. Wisniewski swings and misses at the puck. York throws it back in. It goes by 3 players. It's been a comedy of errors right now. And Smith is just going to get that out, and that's going to bounce all the way down for icing. I believe there it is. It's the whistle. And now 2:45 to go. Now you start to think about, when do you call the timeout? When do you get your goalie off the ice?
Yeah. And the possession is just one thing in the favor. It's going to be difficult to just sit off of the bandbox.
I think this is a good opportunity, though. If you can get it back to Zach Sabev, let him go for a run, you know? And here it is, almost on cue. Here comes Zach Sabev, coming through, looking for the pass, drops it to Sims. Sims, rebound, loose. Zach Sabev has it, and a whistle because the net is off. The net was kicked off by their goalie coming across. Golden opportunity there in front of the net. Sabev dropped that to Sims. Sims kind of swung and missed there. Another good opportunity. We are hearing that your mic might be hitting on static.
Well, you know what? Let's do this. Let's just shut it off.
All right, so you're off. Okay, well.
Put it on the...
Okay.
You're on your own.
All right, I'll try to do my best here. 2.5 minutes to go. Weiss wins that, or loses that faceoff. York has it, but Weiss doing a good job to help keep that in. But Charlie Friend can't. And now it's a foot race, won by York. Shot high, misses the net. Rebound, save. Zach Sabev nearly decapitated that player there. Not as fast unless you make contact. And York controlling the puck. You have to make contact for there to be a slash. Attempted slash, maybe? And that puck is loose behind the net. Friend now pushes it out, and that's going to be icing. And not a whole lot of time went off there. And hopefully our clock is going to start doing some magic over there. And we are going to see South use that timeout. With 1:58 to go, timeout, South. Well, it's been a a battle here in the third period. GBS has had plenty of opportunities to tie this game. York's goalie has done a fantastic job.
Mic down.
Yeah, it's like all static. Jason sitting with the York fans in a playoff game in which his kid is needing to backstop our team to a win. I don't know. We'll have to ask him about that later. The York Dukes looking to advance into the next round of the playoffs. The number 3 seed in the SHL. South, the 6th seed. Looking for that tying goal to even things up and give them a chance for the win at home. And a tired-looking bunch of Titans off of the bench there. And we'll see if they run that same play. Zach Sabev set up there. Weiss looking for him. And we're going to see if he tries to win that face-off to the side. York is ready for it. And it is one to the side, but unable to be pushed out of the zone. And little miscommunication there between Sims and Friend. And they aren't able to get it. Zach Sabev with the puck on his stick loses it. Friend and Sabev right on top of each other. And here comes Zach. Loses the puck. Nice job by 41 to cause a turnover there. And they're more than happy to have this puck tied up as the clock goes down to 1:33. And we're going to have a whistle, a rather quick whistle. And I'm a little surprised about that.
I think it was because the
He laid down.
yeah.
Well, that's good for South because that's going to move the faceoff out of the zone. And Weiss will have an opportunity here to get his team going in the right direction. And York wins it again, and they're going to try to throw it in there, finally do. And the shot saved, Sid holds on. So the 23rd shot of the night for York was a fairly easy one, but I guess none of them are easy at this time of the game.
Oh, a lot of pressure.
1:26 to go. All right, Zach Sabev forces the turnover, skating with the puck, loses it, and chips it ahead. Weiss giving chase and had an opportunity to knock down Zach Sabev. That's a trip, no call. And York throws it into the zone. That should be icing, and it is with 1:09 to go. And that's a good icing because that gives an opportunity for an extra skater, Wisniewski, to come out onto the bench, I believe. Connor sits skating over. And Freeman and Friend are both on the ice. And chipped all the way down, and that's going to be the backbreaker. York wins the faceoff and takes a shot down there, and the bouncing puck finds the back of the net.
Being a Monday morning quarterback, but they should have had Wisniewski take the faceoff. He's been winning them all night. No reason why they shouldn't have done that. I mean, whatever, it is what it is.
Not sure if you could hear the radio partners analysis there, but Wisniewski had been winning those faceoffs all night, had an opportunity to get him there and get Weiss, who's a good passer, to the left of him, and unfortunately weren't able to. And now, for whatever reason, we have the goalie back in the net. I mean, you're down 2. You need 2 to tie this game. York now rebuilds their 2-goal lead, 57 seconds, and that's going to be an icing. And now I think you're going to see Connor Sick go to the bench. And Wisniewski back out onto the ice. And getting some instructions from Coach, I believe.
Maybe the instruction is you take the face-off this time. We'll see.
Oh, God. That's been awful at face-offs all night. Awful.
And Weiss wins that face-off. The shot hard off the back of the boards from Sims.
Guys, you
York
got to go for the
unable
puck.
to get that in. And another shot all the way down and in. So another empty net goal. And this game is going to look lopsided by the end of it. But the reality is that it was a very close, well-played game for most of this game. And South certainly disappointed. Cone, Sabev, Smith, Rudd, and Wisniewski on here for the last 44 seconds of this game. And Smith gets that. Wisniewski won that faceoff. There's the irony for you. And Smith throws it in. 33 seconds. And York getting that puck out, shipped ahead. Cone gets it to Andrew Sabev, 20 seconds. Shot by Andrew Sabev, our goal scorer from GBS tonight. Pushed aside. York clears that. It's not going to be icing because it bounced nicely off the boards. 13 seconds all the way down. Andrew Sabev tries to ship it ahead. 7 seconds. Kept in by Braden Smith. 3 seconds. 2-1, and that will do it tonight from Glenview Community Center. The two teams will eventually shake hands on a mostly well-played series. And for whatever reason, Udesky and Sid were heading off the ice, but being that it's the end of the series, the two teams will line up and they will shake hands, congratulating each other on the series. The scoreboard is already turned off. The music was already turned off. And the season, at least the SHL playoffs, are over for the GBS Titans JV team. And we'll see you guys first state.